Hello, Tokai students. Welcome to my orientation video on how I plan to run my classes online this semester. This has been a very strange time, and all of us are wondering what it's going to be like this semester. But I want you to know that the teachers are working very hard to prepare their lessons and provide quality instruction. So today I'd like to just give you some of my ideas how I'm going to run the class. So I made this little PowerPoint. I'm going to click share screen here. Okay, share my desktop. Okay, and then we're going to open up PowerPoint. So this is my little PowerPoint. Dean's classes online, how I'm going to do it. First of all, let's talk about the classes I teach. Each week I'm going to teach 10 classes. So on Monday, I have Dean's ME for third year students. I also have listening strategies class A. Now be careful. If you're in a listening strategies, you might be in one of my two classes, or you might be in one of Cartwright Sensei's two classes. We both share the same book, but there's 4 different classes. Tuesdays, you can't see that. I'll get my face out of the way. So Tuesdays I have speaking strategies class A and the TOEFL intermediate. Now, again, speaking strategies is a special class because there are 4 different classes of that, 4 different sections. I teach 2 sections and Bamai Sensei teaches 2 sections. So if you're in that class, be careful you go to the right day and time. TOEFL is special because that is one class that meets twice a week. Okay, Wednesday class. What's happening here? Wednesdays, I teach my second listening strategies class, which I call Class B. And I also am joining the other teachers to teach Kiso Zemi. Mokuyobi, I teach with Yauchi Sensei. I'm going to be teaching pre-seminar 1 class for second year students. I also am going to teach Sotsuron Zemi for the 4th year students. And finally, Friday, I teach my other speaking strategies, class B, and I also teach my TOEFL the second time in the week. So as you can see, it's a busy schedule. There's a lot to think about and a lot to prepare. Most of these classes, except for Kiso Zemi and pre-seminar 1, will be using the following methods in my that I'm going to set up. So let me explain a little bit deeper. Let's look at my schedule. First of all, we are going to follow the Tokai University academic calendar. So make sure that you have this and look at it often. I noticed that we are starting on May 11th, Monday, which is after Golden Week. And because of the late start, I think the university removed all the normal holidays. So we're just working right through all those holidays, even Obon. So it goes until, I believe, August 15th. So I'm going to be following this. And this is a snapshot of my weekly schedule. When I teach these classes online, I'm going to follow this schedule. So for my 3rd year students, Dean's ME, we're going to meet Mondays, and we're going to log on at 11 o'clock, and we're going to have a class. Okay? I'm not going to be on campus much, so I'm not going to be in my office. However, you see I do have office hours. Office hours are on Monday and on Tuesday. And during those times, I am going to be sitting in front of my computer probably And if you need to message me, please feel free. If you have a question about your homework or you need some advice or just, anything, please use that time to contact me. You can see Monday, I have my listening class A, and then on Wednesday, I have my listening class B. On Tuesday, I have my speaking strategies A, and way over here on Friday, speaking strategies B, and then TOEFL is also Tuesdays and Fridays. Wednesdays, I'm going to be doing Kisozemi along with Hamilton Sensei and other teachers. And Thursday, I've got the pre-seminar 1 with Yauchi Sensei and my 4th year Sotsuron Zemi. So as you can see, very busy. I also will have Kyojikai faculty meetings on Wednesdays sometimes, and I hope to be a support for ESS Club. So if you guys are gonna do stuff after school, I'd like to try that, but I don't know when. I just put Thursday for now, but we will keep this open. Anyway, how do I feel about my schedule online? This is how I feel. I am a little bit worried because there's so much to do and so much to learn. So my technology skills are pretty good, but I'm learning every day, and thanks to Bob Sensei and other teachers, I'm getting more comfortable. So how is this going to work? Let's talk about that. My classes will all use Zoom for our live lesson every week. And what I mean by this is that we will check in at the start of the lesson time. Maybe we'll go 40 minutes. Right now I have a free account, so Zoom only allows for 40 minutes. Maybe we will expand that and get a pro account and I'll get to go longer. But most of you will have a computer at home or a tablet or maybe just your smartphone. So Zoom is available for all these devices. I recommend putting it on your laptop and another device like your smartphone. It's very convenient, and sometimes if your battery is dying, you could switch to the other device. I have tried a few times now with the teachers and students, and I tried it with my smartphone, I tried it with my laptop, and I noticed that when you use a laptop, there's more features. It's easier to navigate. Watching it on your smartphone might be good if it's an emergency, but sometimes I will be showing pages of the textbook and it might be hard to be watching this on a tiny screen. You might want to have a bigger screen. So just something to think about. Here's a picture of my seminar students, my 4th year seminar. We had a Zoom session early in the morning at 9 o'clock in the morning, and everyone looked sleepy. But this was a good meeting just to get to know the software. So I hope that students can contact each other and practice, Zooming each other and get a feel for the software. The more you play with it, the easier it becomes and easier it is to use. Now, I'm worried a little bit about my larger classes. For example, in my TOEFL class, I have about 37 people. So it would look something like this. This is a picture, I think, of 49 people. So this is very hard to manage a class this size. So luckily Zoom has something called Breakout Rooms. We're going to try that. For example, I'll have a discussion question and I might, if I have 40 students, I'll make 10 breakout rooms, 10 groups of 4. And you'll see a message, you are being invited to a breakout room, and then you would join that and you would discuss that topic with those 4 people. Now, sometimes I'm going to do a random room, so the computer will decide who's in the group. And sometimes I will, carefully select students to be together. But this is a really exciting feature that I like about Zoom. Also, I'm going to ask that all students, when you're in a Zoom meeting, you have your camera turned on so we can see your face. Um, think of it as, the typical behavior you would have in a classroom. You wouldn't just walk away out of the room without saying something. So I understand if you have to use the restroom, the toilet, but don't just turn off your camera and tune out. This is a way I can see who's paying attention. I can see if you are active or not active. I can see if you gesture or raise your hand, and I can take a screenshot and I will have visual evidence of who attended that day. It will help me with taking attendance. So as a general rule, always have your camera on. I'm going to be using this educational lesson management system called Moodle. This is very popular with teachers all around the world. Many teachers in Japan are using Moodle, and thanks to Bob Sensei, he taught me how to use it, and I'm going to be putting all of my classes into Moodle except Kisozemi and Pre-Seminar 1. Those classes I share with other teachers, so I'm not going to be using Moodle. But for all the classes I teach by myself, we will be using Moodle. So I will get your email address and I will create a new free student account and I will send you your username and password to Moodle. Why do I like Moodle? Well, number one, it's very simple. It's easy to use. It's very organized. All the class uh, assignments, all the class videos, all the class homework, all the invitation links to Zoom, everything is in one place. And really what I like about it, there's no mystery. You know, and I know right away if you did your homework. If you did your homework, I will see, oh, Tom Tokyo did his homework. There's his file. Or I will see, oh, Tom Tokyo has not finished his homework. He hasn't even logged on in a week. So Moodle is very useful for keeping the class organized and helping teachers and students understand what their grades are. So when you log on to Moodle, it's not so beautiful. It's very simple. It looks like this. This is my Sotsuron Zemi example. So what it does is it breaks down each week of the semester. Here's week 1, May 11th to May 17th. Here's week 2. You will see I've scheduled a Zoom meeting. So rather than wondering where can you find the Zoom meeting, you just go to Moodle, you'll click on here, and it'll take you right to that meeting. I will also attach some reading assignments. I will attach some discussion questions, and I might attach some YouTube videos for you to watch. So this will be very, very good. In addition to our live Zoom session, you'll see a lot of homework and class-related stuff here. And it just goes throughout the full 14 weeks. I also I made a YouTube channel. So a lot of the Zoom meetings, I will record them all, and then I will upload them to YouTube. So if a student was absent, they could watch and they could catch up and they wouldn't be behind. This is really cool. I'm thinking if students make projects too, they might be able to upload to YouTube and share a link. For many years, I was just a YouTube watcher. I've never actually been a YouTuber. So now I feel like I've learned a lot. I know how to record, I know how to upload, and it's pretty cool. I think that's a good skill to have in these days. Finally, we're going to use Line. I think Line is more popular than Facebook, and a lot of students reply very quickly. So there's my Line ID, the QR code. Please add me as a friend. Another thing, a lot of students use kanji to write their names, and some of them don't even use a picture. So I have no idea who it is that's becoming my Line friend or inviting me to a group. So if you don't mind, if you could just be after the kanji name, could you just put your name in Romaji? That would be great if you could edit your name so then I could read your name. That's a small request, but what I plan to do is make a Line group for all of my classes. So I'll have a TOEFL Line group. I'll have a Speaking Strategies A group. I'll have a Speaking Strategies B group. And we'll use the Line as just, weekly announcements and updates and communication. Textbooks. Let's talk about textbooks for a minute. Very important. Please hurry and order your textbooks right away. Hayaku kudasai. Tokai has an agreement with Maruzen bookstore. I believe all the books that Tokai usually sells, they're going to be available for online purchase at Maruzen. But you can also look at Junkudo or Kinokuniya or even Amazon to find the cheapest price. So for my listening strategies class, we're using this book, Hear Me Out. And Cartwright Sensei is also using the same book in his 2 classes. For my speaking strategies, I'm using Impact Conversation 2. And Bamai Sensei is also using this book. For Dean Zemi, 3rd year, I'm using All About the USA. So please purchase that book. And for TOEFL people, I'm sorry, but there's a very big, expensive book, and this is it. And usually it costs about 8,000 yen. So look around. I think one student found it on Amazon for half price. So those are your books. Without a book, you can't do the lesson. So I say again, please order your book right away. The first couple weeks of class, I will have photocopied lessons from the book or make PDF versions so you can see it. But after week 2, you should have your book for sure by week 3. If you want to be able to do the homework and earn a grade, you have to have a book. Contact information. Here is my contact information. Please take a screenshot or please write this down. There's my email. There again is my student office hours. I'm on Facebook. There's my Facebook ID link and Line. So again, good communication will be very important this semester. And I need student email addresses to create your Moodle account. So after you get my QR code for Line, please send me a message or send me it by my Tokai email. And when you write your message, here's an example. Hi, Mr. Dean. This is Tom Tokyo, and then his student number. And my email address is blah, blah, blah. And my Line ID is Tom Tokyo. And maybe even a QR code would be great. So if you could follow this, it would be very helpful. I'm going to be meeting a lot of freshmen who I've never seen before. And so it's really important that you don't just write your message in Nihongo, you write it in English, and your Line account is something that I can read and understand. Student profile sheet. I'm going to do this for all of my classes, especially for the first years, the second years. In the past, I used to make these photo name sheets, and so I could just look and see the person's face and the name. This really helped me when I was grading or when I was calling on students to answer. But we can't do this year, so instead, I made a digital profile sheet. and I would like all students to fill this out. This is going to be available on Moodle during the first week. This will be your first homework assignment. And I would like you to include a digital photo, and I'd like you to fill out the questions in English. So, tell me about your hobbies. Tell me what's your future dream. Tell me an interesting thing about you. Don't just say, I like movies. Tell me what's your favorite movie and why do you like it so much? And then finally, give me a message to the teacher. So this should be your first week's homework. So that's basically my teaching online philosophy for this semester. Again, this is all new for me, and I'm sure it's new for you. And so we're going to have to work together, and through teamwork and good support and good communication, I think we can have a great semester. So that's it. That is my wonderful presentation. So I'm still in the matrix. Can't wait to escape, but thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. And I look forward to working with you this semester and seeing you soon. Bye for now.